Hey guys, welcome to BLONITY. First, my little disclaimer, this is no financial advice, my own opinion and estimates. My estimates could be completely wrong. Don't trust, always verify, understand the numbers, be aware of scammers, and you know the best how to invest your money. Please be aware that I'm invested in Riot, Mara, Hive, Argo, Bitfarms, Hard8, KR1, DeemG, DigiHost, Coin, Luxfolio, and DeFi Technologies. Okay, let's jump right into it. So, the last 4 weeks were very hard for crypto investors and especially for crypto stocks investors. We had a huge downtrend here. I was buying at these levels here, buying the dip, but the real dip came after, as it often is. And we have seen now big drops in the stocks. But first, talking about Bitcoin, it looks right now we're trying to break this downtrend, which would be good. Yesterday we broke this short-term downtrend here, and we're now trying to get out of this. This also aligns with the RSI here on the daily. And the MACD already crossed positive significantly. It looks not like a fake out so far. This was in the past most of the year. It was a good sign here, also here. So the MACD, if it continues to be green and positive, I think that's a pretty good sign here. Let's check the hash ribbon indicator. It's also not crossing negative here, so also that could give strength for Bitcoin. But yeah, let's wait. Hopefully we break out here soon. Okay, the stocks here. Mara, for example, huge drop from the highs here. This was also coincided with the SEC investigation there, where I'm not sure about it. It seems like they're looking for the old management. I think I'm not too concerned about the future of Mara. I think these are things about the past. But this is still an issue. But I'm not concerned too much. But also I don't like it. I really don't like this, what is going on there. But yeah, let's see how this develops. But we have a more than 60% drop here for Mara. For Riot, from this high here, more than 50% drop. Hard8, also 54%. Argo never really had a high here, so difficult to measure this. Also, big disappointment here that we broke this trend line here, 47% from this high here. So we lost this trend line. Hopefully we recover soon here. Hive had also a huge drop on the dollar chart, on the Canadian dollar chart here, 51%. But yesterday, strong recovery, 11-12%. Bitfarms, a drop, 53%. We have seen this multiple times this year. When these stocks drop, it's often like 50% plus drop. So that's the leverage to the downside. It has been always a big buying opportunity in the past when you have cash on the sideline. DigiHost yesterday, 22%. I was not able to find any news, so it seems like they were just too undervalued here. 56% drop here from the top here. Yeah, so that is the story. Yeah, but how do we continue here? First, of course, we need this trend change for Bitcoin, like we had here or here, and it looks like there is a chance that we see it here. People are not sure about it. Here, one of the traders here on Twitter, Pentoshi, he says, okay, maybe we see this continuing, like these waves, like one Wyckoff after another. I think this is possible because the game changed. We have now a lot of these paper Bitcoins in the market. And yeah, this is possible. The other thing which is possible, that we're just before a huge leg up, like in 2020. So TechDev here is comparing the 2020 chart and the 2021 chart, and it's interesting that there are many similar things happening right now. When we look to the price charts here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We look to the RSI. It looks also very similar. And you look to the MACD. It's, by the way, it's a 3-day chart. It looks also very similar. So there is a possibility that we get finally our huge leg up, but I'm not planning with this anymore, because following all these models telling December is the peak, it was not really helpful, because I would have started earlier to trade more aggressive, and that's what I gonna do in the future now with a trading strategy based on numbers, not on emotions. Just sell a bit and buy in these corrections, because then you have a lot more fun holding these mining stocks when you also can buy the dip always. So that's the strategy going forward. I'm not planning with this here, but this is a possibility. That's why I always will have a nice hodl part on the sidelines. If we go to the moon, I have some funds to sell then. But I think this here is also a possibility that it goes up and down and up and down. And yeah, I'm prepared for both now. Yeah, yesterday I had a nice chat with the CEO and the CEO of Cathedra. This is Fortress Technologies. They rebranded to Cathedra. Cathedra Bitcoin. And they're real Bitcoiners, these guys. A lot of people urged me to talk more about Fortress. So here is the interview. I will release it soon on YouTube. Hopefully you like it. When it comes to the miners, I think the monthly operational updates are an industry standard now, and I don't think I will hold any mining stocks in the future. They don't release these updates, because I really want to have transparency about the mining numbers. That's what I will do next year. I will not hold any mining stocks without regular operational updates, because I like these comparisons. I mean, there are a lot of great comparisons now out there on Twitter, for example, from Anthony, from Sebastian is doing interesting videos. Of course, Curtis Lucas is talking more about these stocks. There is a random investor for sure. There's Eli. So there's a lot more analysis right now out there. So there are different ways to compare it. This is a very easy comparison with just the operational numbers. No estimates about any costs or so. It's just the output. So here for example, Riot, Mara, Bitfarms, Argo, Hut8, Hive, DigiHost, and CleanSpark. So from October to November, some were able to grow the mining output despite rising difficulty. For example, Riot, 2 Bitcoin more, mined more. Mara, there was a huge drop because of their maintenance on their power plant, I think. Bitfarms here. So you have the numbers. We also have hash rate growth, which is also important from October to November here. For example, Argo has a growth here. They installed new machines. Also, Hive is now at 2.3 exahash with the addition of these Ethereum miners, these GPU miners there. They're included here as equivalent hash rate. We have the productivity, so that's also an important number for me. Bitcoin mined per instant exahash in November. So it doesn't mean anything if you have a lot of exahash, but you don't produce a lot of Bitcoin. So it's for me important. Again, here Mara is a little bit, this month, last month was very impacted. So it's not in the scope in this calculation. We will have to look to December, but at some point they have to deliver. So CleanSpark was very good here. They mining 5.8 Bitcoin per installed exahash in November. Also Hive, great, and Bitfarms for sure. They're always mining great. DigiHost also a good number. Hut has some room to improvement. Argo definitely too. And Mara of course. Riot also in the middle. What I also like is the part of valuation. I have my BMXI with a lot of data, with costs, operational costs, and all these kinds of things. But sometimes it makes sense to make it a little bit easier. Here, for example, one KPI I developed here is the market capitalization. No, the Bitcoin mined per $1 billion US market capitalization. So these market caps are a little bit old now from beginning of December. They're a little bit lower now, but approximately they all dropped more or less the same. So I think the relation is still okay. It's from December 6th here. We can see that from this metric here, DigiHost is the most undervalued, which also aligns with my BMXI right now. They're mining like 616 Bitcoin per $1 billion US market cap because they're right now at 100 million or so approximately. CleanSpark looks also cheap in this category. Also Bitfarms here, a Hive, Argo and Hut8. Riot and Mara not so. These are the large caps, so people are they pay premiums for these guys because they can raise cheaper capital, and I think this makes sense. On the HODL side, Mara is still number one. Then we have Hut8, we have Riot, Hive blockchain approximately 3,500. We don't know the exact number because they didn't disclose the Ethereum holdings. DigiHost also growing. CleanSpark also close to 1,000. Maybe they surpassed it already. When you go to the market caps, Hut8 is now way below 2 billion. So they dropped out of the large caps category. So they are now again with the mid caps here with Hive, Bitfarms, Argo, and so on. Looking for the BMXI. DigiHost from in this category or in the BMXI, it looks like it's the most undervalued, but it has been a while. We need some kind of retail FOMO to really to play out here. So far Bitcoin is going sideways for 1 year. Since January approximately we are at 50,000, sometimes at 60,000. And also these mining stocks, they're going sideways since 1 year. Some are dropping more, some are a little bit above January, but it's more or less the same level for most of these. So if Bitcoin is doing nothing, these stocks will do nothing. That's for sure. So what is interesting here, Argo from the mid caps here looks undervalued, but also Bitfarms, Hive, of course. Hut8 increased the hash rate to close to 2 exahash now. They're also undervalued here. Interesting is that Mara and Riot are on the same level now. DMG, I want more transparency from DMG. I want these operational updates. CleanSpark here, also now on the level of these guys here. Also looking interesting. Also Any is rising, Gree is rising. Core Scientific is very low here. They were able to hold the market cap very high at 5 billion or so. We don't have exact numbers about HODL and things like this. So maybe this is going to be higher in the future when we have the right numbers. Okay, let's move on. So that was the BMXI. Looking for the hash rate. Hash rate is rising on the 1 month here. We can see it on the 1 year. After the China exodus, we have this trend and we are still following the trend. Here we had a drop. And we had here another drop, but we're always recovering. So it seems like the average is at 175 or so, the 7-day moving average. I have to check. So we're rising, but the difficulty is the estimate for the next adjustment is still negative at -1%. So good for the miners. The last one was plus 8%. That was it means 8% less. Bitcoin per hash rate, but it's stabilizing now. But for Bitcoin, I think it would be good to have a strong hash rate to support the price movement to the upside. But of course, for the miners, it's good that when the hash rate stays low. So it's difficult to say which one is good and which not. What is also interesting that Ethereum is at 1 petahash. Or 1,000 terahash now. I completely missed this in the last few weeks. So we have a huge rise here. So despite all the stories about Ethereum is moving to proof of stake, we see all-time highs approximately every day. So people are mining a lot of Ether. despite London hard fork and all these cut in reward. Yeah, that's very interesting, I think. Yeah, I mean, we need now Bitcoin make a big move, and I think then the miners, they can follow. They, in my opinion, are very undervalued. For example, Hive blockchain, we have like a net income in the last quarter of 60 million US dollars. The market cap is now maybe 1.2 billion or so. So if you take the last quarter and multiply it by 4, and you divide the market cap by this number by 240 million, you come to an PE ratio of 5 approximately. And I think for the others, it's not very different. We're now trading PE ratios with the last quarter on a run rate on 5 to 10, the PE ratios. So, I mean, the S&P 500 or so, the average of PE ratios is like 25 to 30 or so. So even with the Bitcoin price down right now, in my opinion, these stocks should be a lot higher. And with Bitcoin above 100,000, with FOMO in there, they will be a lot higher. But yeah, I mean, Bitcoin is the underlying commodity, and we've seen a lot of fear in the market. Of course, we have this macro environment where it's also happening big shakeouts every day. I'm not too concerned because they're printing more and more money, and this money has to flow somewhere. And the stock market and the crypto market is definitely one part where it can flow. So yeah, I see all these FUD as FUD, as shakeouts. Only the strong will survive. I'm hodling now some of these stocks like 4 years, some of them 3, some 2 years, and I have seen huge shakeouts, and we will see huge shakeouts again. But again, I will trade a little bit more to have more fun in these kind of corrections. Okay, guys, so yeah, thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next one. Auf Wiedersehen.